So once again Antifa are in the news, and as you might expect, it is for the usual reasons that Antifa would find themselves in the news. And in Portland, again, Antifa were counter-protesting the Proud Boys who were holding a rally there. You can't make it up, it's by the numbers. Journalist Andy Ngo, only slightly right of centre, was there to cover the event and unfortunately for him, attracted Antifa's ire. Antifa have a history of attacking journalists that cover their events, and it doesn't matter what your political persuasion is. If you have a camera and you're a journalist, you're gonna get hit. It's what happens when the largely leftist media get into bed with literal terrorists. They are going to be hurt. Because these people are so far left, that anything that is symbolic of the establishment, even if, as we all know, Antifa themselves are practically an instrument of the current elites in the West, is deserving of violence. Because they want to achieve their aims, the liberation of the working class and the ending of capitalism and the state by any means necessary. So their fellow bourgeois journalists get the bullet too. You just aren't communist enough, my dudes. So Andy himself was attacked. And here's the footage.
Yo! Fucking hound, bitch!
What else is there to say? I can call it barbaric, which it is. I can call it anti-democratic, which it is. I can even call it scummy, which it also is. But this has been said constantly about Antifa for several years now, and nothing I can say to condemn it is anything new. Andy was left with cuts and bruises, and as you can see, they were even throwing milkshakes at him, which allegedly had other corrosive substances in them. He's very lucky to have a face still, if they really did mix their milkshakes with what is essentially acid. Moreover, there was even footage of them allegedly mixing cement with the milkshakes they bought, ironically from capitalist businesses. At the very least, make your own milkshakes, guys. It's not hard. Now, there is a lot of debate about whether or not Antifa actually did mix cement, so make of it what you will. I believe it is totally possible that they were doing so, to give their shakes some extra punch. But of course, Andy was not the only person to receive a good old Antifa welcome in Portland. A much older white man was attacked and ganged up upon by Antifa and attacked with a crowbar, splitting his face. Again, as much as I deplore this, it's already been said 1,000 times, and I'm beginning to get sick of the platitudes. The Portland police were, to put it bluntly, useless. They once again were totally ineffectual at policing these rallies and allowed Antifa to fight the Proud Boys, when their primary role is to prevent such violence from occurring. Say what you want about continental Europe, but in places like Spain and Italy, the police will charge into Antifa and arrest them. But in the UK, Germany, and even the United States, of course depending on the actual state itself, not much is being done. The Portland mayor even defended the police's rather neutered response and said it was right for them to do what they did. Allegedly, he himself ordered them not to do much and to stand back, an accusation he denied. I personally believe that this is something that is very likely to have happened, especially as the chief of police in Portland has come out saying that they should ban masked protests. Something I cannot see being constitutional, and something that Antifa will ignore because they do not see the federal government as something to obey. They are anarcho-communists, man. What do you expect? Whether or not this law will even make it into a house to vote on is, well, not likely in my opinion. But regardless of events, I want to get into a bit of a rant here to end the video, so bear with me. Why is it that in America at least, Antifa, a recognised terrorist organisation, is just allowed to roam free across the land? Why is it that their cells have seemingly been untouched by the FBI, police, The Army, National Guard, the CIA, Homeland Security. Why has the Trump government not done everything in their power to utterly crush this terrorist organisation? We have seen American governments do this all the time to other terrorist organisations in the USA, be they foreign or domestic, but for some reason, they're completely silent and inactive when it comes to this far left menace. Instead of rounding up criminals, because that is what you are when you join Antifa and when you engage in the practices that they engage in, they only arrest them during the protests and not actually shutting them down. I know this sounds authoritarian, but it's a terrorist organisation according to your government. I can't think of any other action than complete crackdown against such organisations. After all these protests, like at Charlottesville, Trump goes full centrist cook and says there were good people on both sides. No. Extremists like Antifa and their far-right enemies are all bad. The Proud Boys are the exception, as they aren't even an extremist group at all, and are exercising their right to self-defence. But the far-right hangers-on and infiltrators are just as bad as Antifa when the shoe is on the other foot. How is this the right way to deal with a terrorist organisation? Do they really have so much social capital, political capital even, that not even Donald Trump can actually do something about them? It's pretty clear that within the Democratic Party, and certainly the mayor of Portland and other leftist states like California, hold sympathies with Antifa. In fact, it is blatant when the police in these states are being put on a leash and told to not interfere with political violence. Surely, some kind of legal recourse is what these people deserve. If it is proven, they are essentially aiding and abetting terrorists. Is that not treason? But again, nothing will be done. These events, though rare in 2019 compared to 2016 to 2018, will continue. The reaction from the right will grow more extreme as they arm themselves, and once they gain in strength, will abandon self-defense and go on the attack. This is not a civil war, this is civil disorder, and this will only weaken the social fabric of American society unless it is finally nipped in the bud. I know I sounded pretty bad in this rant, I know, but what else can we do with terrorists but destroy them, arrest them, put them in jail, stop them from radicalising people? I mean, it's common sense, isn't it? Anyway, that's the end of the video. I know I've been gone for so long, and I apologise profusely, guys, I really do. I've had some difficulties this week and it's affected me mentally. No excuse for not doing work, but I hope it explains some of my lack of videos. I hope to slowly get back into the groove over the coming days, so until next time, see you later guys.